The Raceland Football 2020 campaign ended in heartbreaking fashion at the hands of district rival Paintsville Tigers. The Rams hosted Paintsville in the playoffs as District 6 champions, but the overtime defeat to Paintsville was a hard pill to swallow. Paintsville went on to capture the Class A state championship at Kroger Field.
Yeah, so we're really excited for the 2021 season. Obviously, I think this goes for a lot of people out there that want to put the 2020 season behind them. Maybe not so much for the things on the field and more so the things off the field, but 2020 was unique for us in very, very, very many ways. We feel very fortunate to be able to play 9 football games, albeit with some extreme travel from time to time. Had some real highs of the season. Obviously, the season ended on a very emotional, very hard-fought, lost playoff game to our arch rival Paintsville. I think it was like the 8th season in a row that either one of us have ended the other season. So again, they went on to win the state championship. So anytime that happens, there's a little bit of a empty feeling, a little bit of a different taste in your mouth. So our guys really were able to build on that in the off season. And I think 2021, hopefully that'll motivate us when the grind gets tough and the things that we face, the adversity sets in, and that we know those games in October and November, what really matters is the little things. And when you lose by 1 yard at home, again in a playoff, and then 3 weeks later that team hosts a trophy, it really emphasizes the difference of the little things and things that we're really trying to focus on in the 21 season.
The 2021 schedule has many familiar foes on it. They will open on August 20th at Putnam Stadium, and Week 2 will be the Rail Cities Bowl against the Russell Red Devils on Saturday, August 28th. The first 4 games will be on the road, including a matchup with West Carter, who returns to the Rams schedule in 2021. The first home game will be against county rival Greenup County. Raceland has defeated the Musketeers in 10 straight seasons. The back end of the schedule has a late season district matchup at Paintsville on October 22nd, and the Lawrence County Bulldogs visiting Rams Stadium to round out the regular season on October 29th.
So our schedule is obviously very unique for a lot of reasons. First of all, we'll talk about our preseason schedule. Very fortunate, feel very lucky, very excited that we were able to have somewhat of a normal preseason routine. Essentially 6 weeks of practice starting with July 15th. Had 2 scrimmages against 2 perennial state powers in Belfry at home, and then we went to Wheelersburg just across the river in Ohio last week. So again, a year ago those things weren't present, but we started off the first 4 weeks of the season with away games. Actually have a bye week in there as well. So the 5 weeks to start the season we have 4 away games with a bye week. I guess I always joke that they needed to fire the guy who made the schedule. But the thing about our schedule is, Class A football is very hard to make a schedule, number one. Number two is the RPI becomes more relative in KHSA sports. The smaller schools that have traditional risk program, so the schedule is extremely, extremely challenging. So, we opened up with the Finney State champion Ashland. A year ago, we opened up with the Finney State champion Pikeville. We go to Russell, we go to Round, we go to Brown County, and we also go to West Carter. Again, West Carter was a play away from being in the state finals a year ago. So again, our schedule will really indicate to us in the preseason the things we need to work on, the things that are evident for us. We feel like that you really have to prepare yourself for the biggest stage. So we never want to get to the biggest stage of the season to feel like that we've never been at that point throughout the season. So these opening 4 away games are really going to challenge us. Then we come home to arch rival Greenup, squeeze another away game in there at Paintsville later in the year. And we have a nice little home stretch there in the middle of the season as well. So we're very hopeful that we're able to get to that point of the season and keep our schedule intact. Hopefully our home fans hang in there with us. Our road trips aren't too bad at the beginning. The first 2 are really close. Next 2, not a bad drive. But middle of September through the middle of October, we'll be home exclusively, and really looking forward to being home for home fans, particularly for those 2 district games in October.
One final familiar foe the Raceland football team is facing this year is COVID-19. These Rams are well suited for this battle. As Raceland schools have hosted vaccine clinics, many of the upperclassmen and leaders on this team have advocated for vaccinating teammates.
The thing that's unique about COVID in 2020 was no one really knew what we were up against. Were there masks, were there not masks? The vaccine came out. Was it approved? Was it not approved? So the whole COVID pendulum, if you will, has swung many ways. So we're happy to know in 21 kind of the game, how you keep score at the game of COVID, and it really deals with vaccination rates. I did speak earlier about, in 2020 we did play 9 football games. We had 9 weeks and we played every single week. So that is something we're really proud of. In those 9 weeks, yes, we dodged bullets, and we felt fortunate to do so. But in 21, vaccination rate really protects you. So we've really encouraged our kids to try to protect themselves, protect their teammates, and do so through vaccination. I think our vaccination rate of our football team, you're looking at a roster in the mid to upper 40s, is well over 50%. So that's something that we're trying to build on and know that really protects, again, not only that child or the child next to them, but everyone else in the locker room, everyone else in the program. Our coaches have felt the same way. All of our coaches have participated in the vaccination for COVID. So we really want to be as normal as we could be. And I think most people say that, but I think our people have taken it a step further and really put that thought into action. And so we're excited to see the COVID era end, just like everybody else is. But until then, at least we know the best way to protect ourselves is through vaccination. And so that's what we've been able to do, as well as the other mitigation factors have been out there for some time, trying to limit some exposure to indoor activities and maskless activities, as well as the hand washing and distancing. So we're trying to put all that together to do the best we can to make sure we have a 2021 normal season. It's very, very unfortunate the first week of the season. You can look on the Catch As a scoreboard tonight, and there'll be upwards of 15 games already canceled. So there's only 200 playing football schools in the state of Kentucky, so that's 30 of 200. That's way too many on week 1. So we're trying to mitigate our risk, and we really want to keep playing football. And I think most teams up and down this river in eastern Kentucky, and even to the west of here, would say the same thing. So you always got to be on the defense against COVID, and I think our people have done a good job. And it's a fight that's never over. It's a daily battle. The one thing about racing that's really special is the community feel, and just like tonight as we prepare for the season opener, which is not even a home game for us on the road, had a community-wide tailgate kickoff to the 21 season. And again, I think 2 things there. First of all, I think this town is traditionally rich in the game of football. People love the game of football in this railroad town. Second of all, people are just starving for some type of normalcy. People want to be out, be around their friends, people that have like interests of them. And so our community is really, really vibrant right now, really excited about the upcoming season. And I think just having some normal things, having JV football games, middle school football games, and youth league football games, and our people really identify with that type of thing. Also, going into the season, anytime you attract attention to your program, you have success. With that comes media. Our game on Friday at Ashland actually is going to be carried on 2 separate broadcast stations, MyTown TV as well as affiliate WCHS TV out of Charleston chose the game as the game of the week. So again, I think as we move into the season, you're going to see more and more media outlets come on board, supporting teams that have traditional risk programs, number one, and teams that have good community following support. At the end of the day, it's all about viewing, and so I think our community, we're thankful for them. I often joke about a red light, a 4-way red light and a stop sign and a railroad run through our town, and after that it's all about the football team. And so those things are important to our community, and we're really excited for the 21 season to put a good product out there for everybody.